right? The time that's important to me to work on my business. Next, I put in some time that I want. Time is the root of the problem, but the good news is it's also the root of the solution. Let me explain. We need time to think. I can't remember a time where I came across a great business idea for my business or for a client's business without the time to think. I'll give you an example. Today I was talking with a coaching client and we needed to think about a special Mother's Day offer. And we spent some time brainstorming the ideas of what's going to go on the ad, what the headline's going to be, what the offer's going to be, what the web page is going to look like, how to make it simple and actionable. We discussed all of this, and how to put the Facebook ad together was the next step. Now, had we not spent time focusing on it, I know we would not have got to where we got to, because as at the end of our 55 minutes or so together, we came up with a couple of headlines to test, a couple of body copies to test, some images had already been prepared, a couple of videos had already been prepared, the type of ad we're going to run, the offer, the website, the web page, the checkout we looked at, all within 55 minutes. Now, generally speaking, when I'm talking to business owners, to get the same sort of result can sometimes take them days, weeks, and sometimes even, unfortunately, months, because they are saddled with doubt, of indecision, of perfection, and then time goes by. And I call this the time value of it's like hidden, isn't it? Because if we don't grow our business, just say we could grow our business and start today and grow it by 20% a year. If we don't do it today and we start in a year, we're down 20%. It's a real cost, but it's invisible because nobody's looking at your bank balance and taking 20% out of it and going, well, here's your bank balance and here we're just taking 20% out, right? A bit like a tax. We don't have that. We have this invisible thing. Your bank balance is your bank balance. Nobody's stealing it right now because you had no idea it could have been 20% higher up. And so that is my thinking, that time is a problem. We need time to think, but it's also a solution. The more time we have to think in a focused way, not just think, wander around thinking, that's okay. There is a very good place for just random thinking, but there is a very, very high priority place for thinking in a focused manner on a certain specific area of your business. And, we talk about the 1% of business growth. If you haven't come across that, just type in 1% in the comments below, and I'll send you our 1% checklist, which include 50 things you could improve in your business by 1%, which would have a positive impact on your profitability. It may have an impact of 1% or 5% or 10% on your profitability, depending on which one you pick and how it works out. So that being said, if we're really busy and you're watching this and thinking, look, get to the point, Gordon, how can you help me with this? The solution is also relatively straightforward. The solution is to find pieces of time that otherwise might be lost or wasted. Time where you're not as focused as you could be. Time doing tasks that are not as important as the ones of moving your business forward. Let me give you another example. I was talking to another coaching client yesterday, and he was saying, I said, how much time do you spend on moving your business forward, and writing these articles you want to write to set yourself up as an authority? And he said, look, I try to get, one a day. I try to find time for it, between my clients' calls. My clients book directly into my calendar, and then whatever time I've got around that is the time I look to spend on improving my business. And I said, look, let me tell you how I do it, and you can judge for yourself whether it's useful to you. What I do is I put my important time in my calendar first, right? The time that's important to me to work on my business. Next, I put in some time that I want to be thinking about my coaching clients' businesses. So I will have, a dozen or so coaching clients in mind, and I'll be just spending some time on each one thinking, how can I help this client this week? And I'll spend some time every day, on different clients, thinking about how I can do that. But it's scheduled, it's pre-scheduled, right? Then my diary is then open for meetings from my clients, from potential clients, from my team and everyone else. They come next, right? Clients obviously most important for that, and then of course my team secondary, because that's all to do with my clients. And everyone gets a fair share. And of course, the people who come last are the people like salespeople who want to take up my time selling to me, people like Facebook who want me to spend more time on their platform, people like Facebook who want me to watch more of their videos on their platform and waste loads of my time on that. Some of it isn't wasted. You're probably watching this on Facebook, and I'm hoping you can see it's not wasted. But you get the idea, is that we want to make sure we schedule our time for ourselves first, because if we don't, there's this thing on the plane. Do you remember flights? When we could actually get on a plane? There's this thing on a plane when you first get on, and they're telling you about the emergency procedures, and they talk about putting your own mask on first, right? Put your own oxygen mask on first, and then help someone else, the child next to you, or somebody else who needs help. But your mask goes on first. Why do you do that on a plane, for example? Why is that so important? The reason is, if you don't have oxygen and you faint, you can't help anyone, right? So you've got to help yourself first so that you can help others. And in the same way, I help my business first, because through helping my business, I get the word out there, I can help my clients better, and everyone wins. The business community wins because I can be more focused on helping them. My business wins in that I'm focusing on improving my business to help other businesses. My clients win because I'm looking at helping them specifically with new ideas. I was telling this client that I woke up in the morning, one morning, and I just came up with an idea for this client to use in their business. Now, in the end, I didn't use it, but I'd planted the idea that I wanted to come up with some ideas over the next 24 hours. And I went to bed thinking, happy thoughts. And I woke up in the morning with an idea. Now, we're probably going to tweak that idea in due course, but as it came out in my waking up state, it wasn't really usable. But it just goes to show that, we have ideas at the most strange times if we leave ourselves the time to think about it. So first thing to do is find 30 minutes in your day and use that 30 minutes to improve your profitability, or to find a bit more time by delegating more, or setting up a system that makes things easier, makes things faster. And then the newfound time or the newfound money, depending on whether you've done profits or time, you can use that new time to create another circle, right? And we call it the virtuous circle, as opposed to the vicious circle of overworked, overwhelmed, and stressed out. That is not a recipe for good business, right? Would you agree? So comment below. Tell me what you think about the stuff we've been talking about today. Time is the problem, but it's also, fortunately, the solution. And the good news is, you can always find the time. The busiest people find the time. If you look at people like Richard Branson, just as an example, he probably runs, I think it was something like, was it 30 or 300 businesses he is a director of. Now, if he can find the time to appear on TV and do some self-promotion, then I think you and I probably can as well, right? All right, this is Gordon wishing you well. You take really good care of yourself. If you'd like to watch the web class where we talk about the 3 Ps, we talk about productivity, which is time, profitability, which is money, and passion, which is doing the stuff you love, either in your business or out of your business, then the free web class is on demand right now. Look forward to speaking to you soon. You take care. Goodbye.